probably know someone who could be described as a supermom.
But what if the expectations on moms and moms-to-be placed by society are too great or simply unrealistic? Dr. Christine Whalen, a professor at UW School of Human Ecology, is here to talk about this.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
So let's talk about being mom, shall we?
Absolutely. So we see all these images of moms who are in labor on the runway, who are breastfeeding their
what
babies.
Is up with that?
Well, on the one hand, they're doing their jobs just like we do, right? I mean, I delivered a book on one day and a baby on the next day when I delivered my last child. So all of us are trying to maximize our efficiency, right? And to do both. But wow, society is putting a lot of pressure on moms these days.
Is it unrealistic expectation for women?
I think so. You know, throughout history, women have worked right up until they are delivering. And in fact, many women would deliver out on the fields as they worked. But now we have to look sexy while we're doing it too. And that, I think, is kind of an unreasonable expectation. I mean, it's superpower enough to be able to grow a human being.
I agree.
Do I have to look awesome?
I am going to play devil's advocate on this. Is it us, women, who are placing this on ourselves to prove to society that, hey, just because we're pregnant doesn't mean that we're less than or we're not capable and we can look just as good as the skinny 22-year-old.
Sure,
you know?
Sure. But also we have most companies who are not able to offer maternity leave, right? There's no maternity leave in the United States as a federal law, right? So we have women who have a financial imperative that they need to work right up until they deliver and then get back to work as fast as possible. So, you know, we have a sort of a structural idea that, yes, we'd like to look glamorous doing everything, but we also have a long way to go in terms of allowing women the health and the space to grow human life.
Right. I mean, you're right. Some women have to work right up to the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, you know, more and more we're seeing in Europe that women are encouraged not to, and that we are now seeing the data that suggests that taking a little bit more time, especially during that last trimester, is good for the mother and the baby. You know, our brains exist in a body. This is something that's deeply inconvenient for a lot of us.
I remember my last day here when I was pregnant with my second. I worked the morning show, and I was a day overdue, and I went into labor, but it was also Gio's birthday. I still baked the cake. I got his haircut. We had the birthday party.
Absolutely.
And we met the physical therapist at the hospital. I'm like, here you go. I'm going to go have my baby now.
Exactly.
And it's like,
boom, boom, boom.
You didn't have a choice.
Yes.
No.
I remember hitting submit on my book manuscript, and I said, all right, now I'm ready to go and deliver a baby.
It shouldn't have to be like that.
It should not. But the idea that these models on the runway also have to look beautiful while doing it, that I think is potentially the bridge too far.
Is that maybe just a gimmick?
It might have been, and she did get a lot of press for it, and it's wonderful to have positive attitudes about breastfeeding, and certainly to see these beautiful women breastfeeding their newborn babies in public, I think is a really body positive image for all of us. As long as it doesn't put another layer of supermom that we have to be fabulous all the time in every realm.
We already have our capes. We don't need any more.
Absolutely.
All right.
All moms are super.
Why, thank you.
Thank
Christine,
you.
thanks for being with us today.
Good to be back. Yeah, thanks.
We'll be right back.